What's that about?
They call me Love. J Love.
J Love. Yeah. So this is like a combination of OG stories and boss talk. I know Jimmy for a while through the music industry, and then I realized that he knew my family, which is crazy. So, Jimmy, we just lost a good friend.
Yeah, my brother Andre Carell.
Yeah.
I knew him since he was 9 years old, and we both grew up in the Bronx, and we started Uptown Records based on Uptown and Northeast Bronx. But, niggas uptown in Northeast Bronx ain't have no money. So we had to emulate Harlem. But we consider uptown, if you're from the Bronx, the Northeast Bronx. If you're from Manhattan and Queens and Brooklyn, wherever, you consider Harlem uptown.
What's crazy is the way you talk is like,
all your cousins.
Remind me of my family.
Yeah.
But then I would see Andre Carell and a lot of people with that talk. And it's funny that I know it came from you, but it came from my family. And
your family and me created that whole Lingam. Yeah. And when I brought it to Uptown and I brought it downtown, then I had the whole America talking right. You know what I mean? Through my artists, like us. I'm a little selfish sometimes. I like to say me. But I'm glad you checked me.
When I checked, everyone else would know that it came from an authentic place.
Right.
But that swag, it's like, you were able to take that swag and take the gangster shit and make it kind of R&B.
Right. Well, when you think of most gangsters, a lot of them from Harlem, whether it's Nicky Barnes or whoever, a lot of them come from the Northeast Bronx.
He was a gangster to the toe.
Well, I'm just saying his swag, his whole flavor, a lot of it comes from the Northeast Bronx. A lot of gangsters that I'm not going to even sit here and mention their name, but a lot of them ran Harlem. They were from uptown because when you make money in Harlem, you want to move into a better neighborhood. So they moved to Northeast Bronx first. You had the Valley, Co-op City, Wayfield area. It was very nice. Then after that, they would keep it moving all the way up to Westchester, when Mount Vernon used to be nice, White Plains, and that kind of stuff. But it's like people that grow up in Brooklyn, they move to Queens when they make a little money, or Long Island,
or Fort Lee, or Hackensack.
Yeah, that's when they get some real money. They start
not real money,
crossing the bridge.
Cross the bridge money.
Well, Edgewater, you gotta have a little paper to live there.
Not really. Yeah, you have to have a little paper. A little paper. All right, so let's go back to what we were talking about. I got distracted. So you and Andre started Uptown Records. Tell me that story.
Okay. So we started Uptown. We were about 16, and he was best friends with my cousin. My cousin used to dance like Michael Jackson, could sing.
That O'Neal?
No, you don't know him. His name is Gabe.
O'Neal dances like Michael.
Yeah, but he's not on my cousin's phone. Sorry. Yeah. So at that time, my cousin and Andre was best friends.
Right. Andre Carell.
I
like to say his name because I can't believe that. I don't even know what the world is like without Andre Carell.
Yeah. It's terrible.
It's just terrible. Well, let's get back.
So Andre and I, we started Uptown Records, and my cousin was like a dancer. He was Andre's best friend.
You got pictures?
Yeah, I got pictures. Cut to now, me and Andre became best friends. We went to Lingam College. At Lingam College, we were in the student government. In student government, they gave us a budget for entertainment.
How did you finagle that with that talk right there?
Because I'm semi-educated.
That's semi-educated.
Yeah, girls like me. But the Andre talk is my talk.
That's your talk.
That's my talk.
All right. Our talk.
Our talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so we moving on?
Let's move on.
All right, so moving on to Lingam College. We in the student government. Andre is the entertainment programmer, and Alonzo's there, Mr. Hyde, who was his partner. Kurt Woodley was there, who found Mary J. Blige, who A&R Jodeci.
I want to talk about Slow Bone Projects.
Okay. Give him a shout out for Slow Bone.
That's what she was.
Right. Who found he A&R Heavy. He did the Fugees, and he did Cypress Hill.
I remember when Mary called me and said, because I knew her as a friend before she was famous. She said, I'm doing a record with this guy, Father MC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Father put on his first record. So we had Father MC and a bunch of other artists. And a lot of it, so, you know, we used to bring artists to Lingam College to perform. James Brown, Prince, the Cold Chillin' Crew, Eric B. and Rakim. Just a lot of artists came through. And we had this place called 2,500 seat theater and another place called 500 seat theater. And all you had to do when you was a student running that is write, a story about how this influenced you and how it's educated you to be able to go out in the world and make money by being a promoter and an entertainment business. You didn't have to turn in no money.
Right.
So we never turned in no money. And Andre got tired of that and he went to WWRL. From WWRL, he met Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin had a dormitory.
Keep that thought.
In NYU.
Keep that thought. Now, number one, the last time I seen Russell, he was with Andre at the Soul House. Those guys were best fucking friends.
Best friends.
Like, really, really loved each other.
Yes, absolutely.
Still do.
He's hurt behind that right now.
Hey, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I know you hurt.
Yeah, I was devastated. You know?
You still are.
Yeah.
It's only been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm mad
2
about?
months.
I'm mad that this shit happened during COVID because I wanted to celebrate it.
Right. His birthday was September 26th, you know, and we couldn't celebrate it because the shit happened. Yeah. And, but, you know, moving on from that, you know, him and Russell started hanging out and he became a vice president at Def Jam.
Let's stop there. What are you doing while you're doing all this?
Okay, I'm still in college right now, giving concerts. You know, I got Miles Davis coming up there.
Miles Davis?
Yeah, Miles coming there.
Don't act like that. I wish I had my band. You have Miles Davis?
Absolutely. With his back to the audience. And he had Ron Carter with him.
You know, Miles Davis was nice with his hands.
Yeah, so he says.
Nah.
Come on. I mean, yeah, I guess he was out.
But also he had a nice yellow Ferrari.
Right. Because he was angry all the time. He let this game get him.
I never got in front of him. I wish I could have.
So you
got to feel that energy from Miles Davis.
Yeah. Yep.
Different.
And as a band, it was cool too. It was cool. And going to that college, a lot of people in the music industry went there. The person that created MTV, you know, Kid for Kid Play, Michael Haley, a bunch of people that are and was in the music industry went there. So before we even got there, they was there. And like I said, it was like a training ground for us. And so Andre went on, got down with Russ. You know, he's at Def Jam. You know, and Rick Rubin has the dormitory thing. He signed LL already. He had Tina Rock and all that kind of stuff.
What's your life like when you're doing all that?
So I'm at Lehman. I'm doing these concerts, and I'm in my last year of college, just waiting to, you know, graduate. And you know, I bring Cold Chillin' up there, fly top, and my cheese. Okay, I bring Cold Chillin' up there, fly top. So we in the backstage. So we had just started Uptown Records.
Who's Fly Tie?
Fly Tie is from Cold Chillin'. He had Big Daddy Kane, Roxanne Shante, Coogee Rap, all of these people right here like
How
that.
did you know Fly Tie?
I met him through Andre. Everybody in the record business, I met through Andre. So I'm coming from Uptown with a whole different perspective. My shit is on some gangster shit, really, and not on the music business or school. You know, a little side over the college. So Andre was the one that influenced me to go there too. So I went there and it changed my whole game, my whole perspective on being in the street or anything like that. I eliminated that and got into this entertainment business head. And once I got into it, you know, I naturally fell into a situation where I was doing all the marketing and promotion. So I'm the guy that took all the artists out for the first time on a promotional tour. I taught them how to walk, talk, and dress You know what I mean? Puff was my intern before he was Andre's intern. You know, and I told that nigga what kind of socks to wear, what kind of haircut to get, every fucking thing, because
you was the swag master.
The absolute swag master of masters. But, you know, it was all good. You know, I learned a lot from everybody here as well. You know what I mean? And it was
a fair exchange.
With me and Andre, but everybody else was getting schooled up and educated because we was getting schooled up by Russell. But the difference that made Russell different than Andre and myself is that Russell came from Queens and we came from Uptown. And that's a big difference. A big difference. Right. In terms of how you dress, in terms of the music you like, in terms of everything. Def Jam,
especially back then.
Right. So Def Jam was more about hardcore hip hop. We was more about fly shit, being fly, champagne. Like, you know, Andre's company is called Champagne and Bubbles. I never liked that name, but he loved that shit.
Well, the thing is, y'all bought a little, because I was more champagne, but y'all bought champagne and bubbles.
Yeah, we bought the bubbles. We bought bubbles.
And a booth.
And we wore button down collared shirts. And, you know, while niggas was wearing sneakers and baseball hats and shit, we wanted to wear a suit.
See, the way I looked at Andre was like in high school, he'd be around the gangster BB playing spades with the girls.
Right.
Talking that talk.
Right. That's who he is. And when he walked in the room with gangsters, he was like E.F. Hutton, because they knew he was going somewhere different.
He wasn't a threat.
Right.
But his commentary on life was definitely very different.
Right.
I used to love to talk to Andre because of his commentary on things that were going on. But it was like his commentary with like, you know, like my cousins and your voice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. He had a lot of information because a lot of people schooled him up on game, you know. It wasn't just like that was innate and natural. He had Gerald Busby, you know, he had Clarence Avon, he had a lot of people that really gave him game. Quincy Jones, and, you know, he came back and dropped a lot of that knowledge on me. And so that's how.
So, you know me, I don't fuck with too many people. You know, especially in the industry, I contact the corner. But like RJ was a guy, and no matter what, I would sit down and talk to for hours and learn things, be entertained. Like, that's how we miss the most. I wish I could have another conversation with him.
Right.
You know, like to tell me how his perspective was on things that were going on now. I just love his perspective.
Right. Yeah, he definitely had
weed.
A lot of weed. And he did that later in life. He just started when he was younger.
Me too. I wasn't smoking when I was.
Right. Right.
You know?
So, what made you start that?
Well, what happened was, I didn't smoke because I used to make pimping. But we made this big pimping.
Right.
In Barbados, they didn't have no champagne. And I guess we were hanging out with like Timberland. And I had to smoke. And I wasn't paranoid and I laughed all night.
Made you relax.
And Hype was pissing me off because he was wasting our money. So I canceled the Barbados thing and I said, I'm going to Miami. And I was the kind of guy that always felt I was missing something. So it made me go outside. And Champagne Game was disrespectful and crazy.
Right.
When I smoked weed, it made me feel like I wanted to stay in. We listened to what I did was we went to Miami. I remember like getting all those suites in the Delano Hotel on the pool.
Yeah. Yep.
Pool thing.
Yep.
And while everybody was going out, I was listening to I was smoking weed.
The Cabanas.
Right. And I was just smoking weed, Viz. I got to kick it with Bun B, Pimp C.
Right.
And I just wanted to stay in. I didn't feel like I was missing nothing. It made me relax. I wasn't paranoid anymore. And from then on, I was able to enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
It's when I felt like I was really confident in who I was. Because weed makes you aware of everything that's bothering you about yourself when you're insecure.
Right.
And it made me realize I'm not insecure at all. So I could smoke all day. I'm not scared. I like that feeling.
What I remember about you was that you bought all the people, period. When we were already downtown, you opened the whole thing up and made it into a whole nother thing, and you dealt with different kind of people, and you had your crew, and then you had people you did business with, that you did your night work with. And
night work was fun back then.
Exactly. And
club was crazy.
Y'all had all the champagne, y'all had all the vodka, y'all had everything, all the girls coming through, and that's what I remember the most. How you opened the game up. So when anybody says anything about you, they have to understand that if it wasn't for you, a lot of, especially these rappers today, these niggas wouldn't know left from right, and
you know what's funny?
You gave them the blueprint.
The rappers said they recognize that.
Okay. I'm glad they do.
Well, the ones that are like thorough always holler at me from all over the world, all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I'm not a dress shoe, no sock wearing ass nigga.
Right.
And
right.
I respect you 100% because to me you ain't even real.
Yeah, and I do what the fuck I want. So I wear no socks with shoes and that.
Well, I think you brought strength to them. I think you're responsible for giving strength and energy to like Joe the Steve and letting people be kind of still tough without socks and shoes on.
Right. I just told them just be you and do you and feel comfortable. And let me give you a blueprint because you're a country boy, so I gotta flavor you up a little bit.
But the good thing about you
so you can take your socks off and put it on, as long as you got the right kind of shoes on.
Well, I think the best thing about you is you're not afraid to recognize what you're not good at.
Okay.
But whatever you're good at, you'll overcompensate. You like, if I'm not good at this, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna fuck you up at that.
That's might be spot on.
That might.
Yeah, that's spot on.
Observation.
That's spot on.
That's why I always fuck with you. Like, it was like whatever was going on between corny shit and whatever, because again, you and Andre, Huff, we were on a different kind of side.
Right.
Like whenever any other corny shit was going on, you and I would be like, fuck everything else. Let's have some fucking fun.
That's right.
And I like that about you. And, my cousins don't really like too many people, and they like you a lot.
Right.
Definitely good job.
Well, we definitely family. I knew them for a very.
With the cousins that I don't even tell people about.
You're right.
That no one knows about what somebody else tells them about it.
Right.
And they like it.
Right.
Like the guys that I respect the most were really hurt when Andre passed.
Yeah.
But your name comes up a lot.
And, everybody was really hurt when he passed.
Russell. Still hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt now.
Yep.
And I'm not even the guy that would like see him every day.
But he loves you.
No, I know he loved him.
Yeah.
I know he loved him. That's why I always love him. He always had a real conversation with me.
I mean, he definitely had a lot of respect for you, and your whole get down. So
he recognized the private school.
He definitely recognized that. That's one of the things that gave you an edge when you came downtown. It was your private school training and relationships.
Like when we played softball.
Right.
He was like, nigga, you play softball?
And you had everything, the shin guards, the catcher's mitt, the whole shit.
I had the long socks.
You and Puff got back on it.
And we won. I had the long socks and the basketball shorts, but I had a glove. And that bumped them out.
And you remember that day, we was in the Hamptons, we played basketball earlier.
I broke my fucking foot.
Yeah, we won that game.
Shooting jump shots.
And I lost I dropped a softball. And they took me out of the game. We lost immediately. You know what I mean?
And you saw the Aaliyah thing.
Yep. I seen the Aaliyah thing. I definitely seen that whole thing. It was dope too. Like that's when it was the white
and it was super sexy. But then Puff started doing it, and then you had the Leah thing going on, which was super fly.
That was his film code for that second. Yeah. But it was fun. And it's crazy because we're still here, we still fly. We got the stories, but there's a future. What you doing now?
Well, the future is what I'm doing now. I work with the Hughes brothers.
And they're ridiculous because I used to hang out with them.
Right.
They, they used to come and fuck with me at the hand.
Yep, definitely. And they used to come up there with Nelson George. Yeah, so, and I remember when you and your man played Russell and Run, and y'all beat him in the basketball game.
No. You know what's funny?
And you wouldn't stop popping shit.
No, let's talk about that. So what happened was I was like, yo, we was beefing about the sneakers.
Okay.
And it turned, and I was, you know what's funny? I was on mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
Right? And it turned into us playing basketball, like me and Just Ski against like Russell and Run. And I was like, I ain't gonna disrespect you, but for some reason, my motherfucking shot was crazy. I was hitting jump shots from everywhere. I ain't gonna disrespect you, irreverent.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna disrespect you, OG.
And he wouldn't stop popping shit.
I was talking that shit.
Run was like, he said, yo, he just beat the Simmons. He should have said, you should have let the Simmons win. I was like, oh, Dave's finished. I was like, oh, they getting ready to get you. That shit was crazy. But that was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. I remember.
I didn't know you. I forgot you was there. I was there. That was a legendary time for me. I remember that day.
Yeah.
That was some fun shit.
So the whole Hamptons experience, that lasted for about 6 years straight. Maybe 10 years straight.
In the ball.
And it was incredible.
It was like we played softball against each other like the mat when they played softball.
Right.
You know, it was like not only who could win, but who had the best girls. We won every time.
I guess so.
No, I did.
I don't know.
We won the fucking baseball game every time.
I was talking about the best girls. I mean, y'all did have some butter shit going on. God damn.
Man, I was coming through.
It's so much flow. Yeah, that shut a lot of shit down.
A lot.
Right out of the box.
Out the box.
Yeah, but
it was fun.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like July 4th is coming up. Like I guess this weekend. And I just remember those July 4ths.
Yep.
You know, just being successful, the brand new, not used to it, and enjoying it amongst your brothers. Even if you don't have the same perspective, we had a common ground. Right.
And I remember Andre and Jay used to commentate all the time. They never played the game.
But I used to pitch and hit them shit.
Right. And then Puff was a pitcher too.
Yeah.
He had to be everything. The quarterback, the pitcher, just everything.
Still does.
The new money boss shit.
Or old money boss shit too.
Now. Yeah. Now it's old money. It's enough money, whatever it is.
We old school now.
Right.
Now, how does it feel to go from new school to be the fly shit to old school to be the fly shit? Because I still feel like the fly shit. Yeah. I don't think nothing's changed. I'm like, the only thing that changed is the platinum in my beard.
Right.
And I'm in better shape.
Right. Okay. Well, I feel great, and I feel solid, and I'm more knowledgeable than I was before. And I'm not as emotional than I was before. You know what I mean? I was very emotional. If I didn't win at something, I would have a problem with that person.
So the softball game used to hurt your feelings?
Nah, I ain't really hurt my feelings. Love hurt my feelings by taking me out. I was mad at her like a motherfucker.
You wasn't mad at me for winning?
Nah. Not really, man. You didn't win every time you played softball.
We did win every time.
You might have won a lot.
We won against Puff, and then we won against Puff and Russell.
All I know is, we played that basketball game that day. You got your ass with your whole crew. And then
I broke my foot.
Whatever happened, they took you up out of there and they got mopped up after that.
I don't remember that.
They got brushed up. Then we went to the baseball. Then we went to the baseball game. There's plenty of pictures of it.
Bring up.
They was recording Jay and Puff.
You know what happened? I was so mad that because Richie was playing the game, he made me break my foot. I was wearing my kids.
Richie's trash.
I know, but like 5 days later, Steve stopped making me mad. I smacked the shit out of him.
But then you gonna say that on television? Okay,
it happened. Darren was there.
Oh, shit.
Darren closed the door.
Oh, shit. And then Steve got brushed up.
He just got smacked. But it was because he asked him
Right.
for $18.
Y'all ever made amends?
Yeah, I see him recently.
Oh,
It's like it is what it is. It's too long ago to be mad at it.
right.
You know, I like to ask him about, like, the last time I saw Steve Style, I was like, why you fuck Jay's career up by putting his name on a $40 sneaker? So now his name can never mean anything but $40.
Damn.
Why'd you do that to him? That's what our conversation.
And what he said?
He stuttered. There was nothing he could say. LA music. It was that Kanye song. And I was like, yo, why you do that to my man? At the time. And he was like, well, what about Pharrell? I was like, well, Pharrell had to shave his mustache for the rest of the time, but, you know, after that. But, you know, but yeah, he got his thing, he does his thing fashion.
Yeah.
But I just felt like, yo, because I was, you know, my conversation with Jay at the time was, yo, you can put your name on something that costs $50. You can't put your fucking whole name on that. And since then, he hasn't been able to sell anything much. So I felt like Steve had made money off of putting a cap on Jay. I didn't like the fact that he had put Jay affiliated with Budweiser.
Right.
But we were talking about champagne for a short check that doesn't last.
Right.
So we have these conversations, no personal with it at this point,
Mm-hmm.
because we've had so much fun. For so many years, we've affected the world on levels that, you know, we couldn't even imagine, but even though I knew it was going to happen.
Well, one thing about you is you always was ahead of the curve. You always had vision and foresight. And a lot of times people might not even understand what you're saying because it's so far advanced, you know, in terms of where we at now. If you say something that's going to happen 10 years from now, which you've done a lot of times, you said things that have happened 10 years later. You know, it came into fruition. And so that's one thing about you. You're definitely a visionary and you have foresight. And a lot of these cats, they have to follow. And when they start getting power and money, they start thinking on their own. And they're really not capable of thinking on their own. You know what I mean? Like an artist, a lot of times you have to groom them up to a point when they can start thinking on their own and doing things on their own the right way, you know? And a lot of times when you're telling them something, if they are really talented, very few of them are going to listen to you say that you are destroying your career by doing that. And 10 years later, they don't even have a career. Yeah, so.
But I want to say this. The one thing that bothers me about our relationship, even though we've had good experiences, we ain't never make no money together.
Well.
Why is that?
Well, I feel like you never laid the platform out for that to happen.
I say on that. We get some money together?
Absolutely.
We're going to.
Well, we're going to try to just start it off right here and build from here and maybe go to a documentary and then to a movie and then to a television series and then to a political platform. And, you know, let's do that.
All right. Well, we just started a documentary right now.
Okay.
You know, and, you know, you started talking about the Hughes brothers.
But I'm also doing the Uptown documentary with them and also.
With the Hughes brothers?
Yeah, with Allen, not the Hughes brothers.
All right,
with Allen.
Whatever is good. They got the music rights?
They have everything.
Oh, God, it's going to be crazy. I went in. Can I get in?
I hope so. I got to talk to them, you know, like, we got to see, baby.
Well, that's that. But other things, I feel like you got to move.
Right.
How long you in town?
I'm here for 2 months at a time.
So you're gonna be here for 2 months right now?
Yeah.
All right, cool, good. I'm gonna get a record with you.
All right.
That's right, Jimmy.
We gonna film it right here?
We can film it. We gonna write it.
We have
it. We gonna prepare it right here.
You are ahead of the curve with the film game, with the alcohol game, with the whole game from the beginning. So whatever you talk about, I'm listening at all times.
So let's get money together.
I'm with it.
Let's talk. Pause. All right, to get money.
Yes.
All appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you.
You're consistent. You haven't changed a bit. And, you know, I respect that. And I appreciate it because it's like so many people become different versions of themselves that were cool before, but they're not cool later.
Right.
It's like, let me make sure you're cool later. We all cool later.
And
now we're going to be cool later. We're going to get money and be paid.
And I know if you say it, we definitely going to get it too.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, my nigga.
All right.
Good to see you.
You too. Oh, man. How?
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.